Exodus chapter 23. Do not spread false reports. Do not help a guilty person by being a malicious witness. Do not follow the crowd in doing wrong. When you give testimony in a lawsuit, do not pervert justice by siding with the crowd, and do not show favoritism to a poor person in a lawsuit. If you come across your enemy's ox or donkey wandering off, be sure to return it. If you see the donkey of someone who hates you, fallen down under its load, do not leave it there. Be sure you help them with it. Do not deny justice to your poor people in their lawsuits. Have nothing to do with a false charge, and do not put an innocent or honest person to death, for I will not acquit the guilty. Do not accept a bribe, for a bribe blinds those who see and twists the words of the innocent. Do not oppress a foreigner. You yourselves know how it feels to be foreigners, because you were foreigners in Egypt.
出埃及记23，正义和公正，不可散布谣言，不可与恶人联手做恶意的见证，不可附和群众作恶，不可在诉讼中附和群众歪曲公正，做歪曲的见证，也不可在诉讼中偏袒贫寒人。若遇见你仇敌的牛或驴迷了路，务必牵回来交给他。若看见恨你的人的驴被压在重驮之下，不可走开，务要和他一同卸下驴的重驮。不可在贫穷人的诉讼中屈枉正直，当远离诬告的事。不可杀害无辜和义人，因我必不以恶人为义。不可接受贿赂，因为贿赂能使明眼人变瞎，又能曲解义人的证词。不可欺压寄居的，因为你们在埃及的做过寄居的，知道寄居者的心情。
For 6 years you are to sow your fields and harvest the crops, but during the 7th year let the land lie unplowed and unused. Then the poor among your people may get food from it, and the wild animals may eat what is left. Do the same with your vineyard and your olive grove. 6 days do your work, but on the 7th day do not work, so that your ox and your donkey may rest, and so that the slave born in your household and the foreigner living among you may be refreshed. Be careful to do everything I have said to you. Do not invoke the names of other gods. Do not let them be heard on your lips.
安息年和安息日，6年你要耕种田地，收集地的出产。只是第7年你要让地歇息，不耕不种，使你百姓中的贫穷人有吃的，他们吃剩的，野兽可以吃。你的葡萄园和橄榄园也要照样办理。6日你要做工，第7日要安息，使牛、驴可以歇息，也让你使女的儿子和寄居的可以恢复精力。凡我对你们说的话，你们都要谨守。别神的名，你不可提，也不可用口说给人听。
3 times a year you are to celebrate a festival to me. Celebrate the festival of unleavened bread. For 7 days eat bread made without yeast as I commanded you. Do this at the appointed time in the month of Aviv, for in that month you came out of Egypt. No one is to appear before me empty-handed. Celebrate the festival of harvest with the first fruits of the crops you sow in your field. Celebrate the festival of ingathering at the end of the year, when you gather in your crops from the field. 3 times a year, all the men are to appear before the sovereign Lord. Do not offer the blood of a sacrifice to me, along with anything containing yeast. The fat of my festival offerings must not be kept until morning. Bring the best of the first fruits of your soil to the house of the Lord your God. Do not cook a young goat in its mother's milk.
3大节期，初34.18-26，申16.1-17，一年3次。你要向我守节，你要守除酵节，照我所吩咐你的，在亚比月内所定的日期吃无酵饼7天，因为你是在这月离开了埃及。谁也不可空手来朝见我。你要守收割节，收田间所种、劳碌所得出熟之物。 你年底收藏田间劳碌所得时，要守收藏节。所有的男丁都要1年3次朝见主耶和华。不可将我寄生的血和有酵之物一同献上，也不可将我节期中寄生的脂肪留到早晨。要把地里最好的初熟之物带到耶和华你上帝的殿中。不可用母山羊的奶来煮他的小山羊。
See, I am sending an angel ahead of you to guard you along the way, and to bring you to the place I have prepared. Pay attention to him and listen to what he says. Do not rebel against him. He will not forgive your rebellion, since my name is in him. If you listen carefully to what he says and do all that I say, I will be an enemy to your enemies, and will oppose those who oppose you. My angel will go ahead of you, and bring you into the land of the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Canaanites, Hivites, and Jebusites, and I will wipe them out. Do not bow down before their gods, or worship them, or follow their practices. You must demolish them, and break their sacred stones to pieces. Worship the Lord your God, and his blessing will be on your food and water. I will take away disease from among you, and none will miscarry or be barren in your land. I will give you a full lifespan.
应许和警戒，看啊，我要差遣使者在你前面，在路上保护你，领你到我所预备的地方。你们要在他面前谨慎，听从他的话，不可抗拒他，否则他必不赦免你们的过犯，因为我的名在他身上。你若真的听从他的话，照我一切所说的去做，我就以你的仇敌为仇敌，以你的敌人为敌人。我的使者要走在你前面，领你到亚摩利人、赫人、比利洗人、迦南人、西魏人、耶布斯人那里，我必将他们除灭。你不可跪拜侍奉他们的神明，也不可随从他们的习俗，却要彻底废除，完全打碎他们的柱像。你们要侍奉耶和华你们的上帝，他必赐福给你的粮食和水，也必从你中间除去疾病。你境内必没有流产的、不生育的。我要使你享满你年日的数目。
I will send my terror ahead of you, and throw into confusion every nation you encounter. I will make all your enemies turn their backs and run. I will send the hornet ahead of you to drive the Hivites, Canaanites, and Hittites out of your way. But I will not drive them out in a single year, because the land would become desolate, and the wild animals too numerous for you. Little by little I will drive them out before you, until you have increased enough to take possession of the land. I will establish your borders from the Red Sea to the Mediterranean Sea, and from the desert to the Euphrates River. I will give into your hands the people who live in the land, and you will drive them out before you. Do not make a covenant with them or with their gods. Do not let them live in your land, or they will cause you to sin against me, because the worship of their gods will certainly be a snare to you.
凡你所到的地方，我要使那里的众百姓在你面前惊慌失措，又要使你所有的仇敌转身逃跑。我要派瘟疫在你的前面，把西魏人、迦南人、赫人从你面前赶出去。我不在1年之内把他们从你面前赶出去，恐怕的会荒废，野地的走兽增多危害你。我要逐渐把他们从你面前赶出去，直到你的人数增多，承受那地为业。我要定你的疆界，从红海直到非利士海，从旷野直到大河。我要把那地的居民交在你手中，你要把他们从你面前赶出去，不可跟他们和他们的神明立约。他们不可住在你的地上，免得他们使你得罪我。你若侍奉他们的神明，必成为你的圈套。